वासुदेवे भगवती कुर्वन्ति आत्मप्रसादनीम् अतो वेकावयो नित्यं भक्तिं परमया मुदा वसुदेवे भगवती कुर्वन्ति आत्मप्रसादनीम् अतो वेकाव्यो नित्यं भक्तिं परमया मुदा वासुदेवे भगवती कुर्वन्ति आत्मप्रसादनीम्. Yes, Prabhuji can recite the shlokas, so please go ahead.
अतो वै कव्यो नित्यं भक्तिं परमया मुदा वासुदेवे भगवती कुर्वन्ति आत्मा प्रसादिनीम्.
Next, Mataji.
अतो वै काव्यो नित्यं भक्तिं परामया मुदा वासुदेव भगवती कुर्वन्ति आत्मप्रसादनीम्.
Next.
अतो वै कावयो नित्यं भक्तिं परामया मुदा वासुदेवे भगवती कुर्वन्ति आत्मप्रसादनीम्.
Next.
अतो वै
Yes, Bhavika, go ahead.
अतो वै कावयो नित्यं भक्ति परमाय मुदा वासुदेवे भगवती कुर्वन्ति आत्मप्रसादनीम्.
Sonika, shloka padhoge.
हरे कृष्ण दीदी.
Hare Krishna.
अतो वे कव्यो नित्यं भक्तिं परमया मुदा वासुदेव भगवती कुर्वन्ते आत्मा प्रसादिनम्.
Very good.
अतो वै कव्यो नित्यं भक्तिं परामया मुदा वासुदेवे भगवती कुर्वन्ति आत्मप्रसादनीम्.
Okay, anyone else is there? Okay. Word to word meaning? Therefore, we certainly, Kavya, all transcendentalist, Nityam, from time immemorial, Bhaktim, service unto the Lord, Paramaya, supreme, Muda, with great delight, Vasudeva, Shri Krishna, Bhagavati, the personality of Godhead, Kurvanti, do render, Atma, self, Prasadani, that which enlivens. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Certainly, therefore, since time immemorial, all transcendentalists have been rendering devotional service to Lord Krishna, the personality of Godhead, with great delight, because such devotional service is enlivening to the self. What he says, since time immemorial, all transcendentalists have been rendering devotional service to Lord Krishna, the personality of Godhead, with great delight, because such devotional service is enlivening to the self. So if one can doubt, is it really this devotional service is working? Because I think past few verses we are just, or maybe you can say in this chapter only, we are just studying about devotional service. In Bhagavad Gita also, we are coming across the point that how important is devotional service. And if it doesn't render the devotional service, there is it's not that easy to progress or one can understand Krishna. So here also, if one can get doubt, is it really it works as Krishna has said many times? Yes, if you render devotional service, you can understand me, you can grow in your progress in your path of bhakti. But uh, even if you have some doubt, so you can see the first statement where it says since time immemorial. In the market also, or how many of you have done the online shopping? How many of you does the online shopping from Amazon, Myntra, Flipkart? You all must be doing online shopping, na? Because it's COVID, so might be people are not going outside, but just doing online shopping. Asta has done. Who else is there who has done the online shopping? Most of you have done the online shopping, isn't it? Or must be having the experience of online shopping. So the point I wanted to make it, when you do the online shopping or you look for certain products, maybe the gadgets or anything you look online. So isn't you just go to purchase or you look for the reviews? आप reviews देखते हो या आप directly product खरीद लेते हो? Yes. Did you all see the reviews? Or you just, or how many ratings are there? Or you just go and buy the product? Yes. Yes, Pratim. कैसे खरीदते हो?
रेटिंग देखना होता है, मटेरियल देखना होता है, बहुत कुछ होता है.
Okay, ratings देखते हो आप? As you see the reviews?
Yes, Madhavi, for sure.
Yeah. So we look after the reviews also कि इस product को कितनी ratings है, कितने reviews हैं. अगर reviews अच्छे नहीं होते तो we like should not buy this product. Or if the ratings भी अच्छी नहीं है तो then we still go into more search, isn't it? So means what brings our more faith in that product, the reviews and ratings, है ना? Because online you are not able to see them like face to face or in your hand as we go for our offline shopping in the market. So we can see the product in our hand and we can check the quality and all. But online we need to go through the online, the faith we are having, first the brand or the reviews or the ratings are there that we go through. Then we get the product, isn't it? Similarly, obviously devotional service is not a product, it is something very transcendental. But the devotional service, even if you have a tinge of doubt, is it really Krishna is saying you can understand me and all? So here, see the review is giving. Krishna is giving the review, but says since time immemorial. Since time immemorial, all transcendentalists have been rendering devotional service to the Lord. And how? With great delight. By doing so, what they are getting? They are getting enlivening to the self. Means this service has enlivened them. You know. So the review is given, the rating is given that time immemorial. Since time, it's not just 1 or 2 years. The product has an expiry of after 1 or 2 years. No, but here devotional service is no expiry. You know, it's time immemorial. People are practicing now, practicing and will practice in future also. So it says the transcendently. Who is practicing transcendently? How they are practicing? With great delight. And with great delight, what is the result? Enlivenment in devotional service. So this is there. If you have tinge of doubt, don't keep any doubt in your mind that we're talking about devotional service. But is it really works? So here it says, as in Bhagavad Gita also, that Krishna is emphasized as supreme person. Then Arjuna then declared that on the basis of the authority like Narada, Asita, Dayula, everybody has considered Krishna as supreme. So he is giving their authority so that we Kali Yuga people not having any doubt. You know. So similarly here is Krishna saying that since time immemorial, transcendentalists been rendering devotional service to Krishna with great delight, and that is what giving them enlivenment and their rejoicing. Okay. So don't keep any doubts. Keep the devotionals. And moreover, as for the English calendar, it's a new year, so have more addition to your devotional services. Okay. The more you will be having addition, the more you'll be growing. As morning, I was reading a verse from Bhagavad Gita in my Guru Mataji's class, so Bhagavad Gita. I joined for some time actually, and then I was sharing my realization also. It's like the verse we were studying was 9.3, and in that verse, it was stated the one who is unfaithful, one who has not full faith on this devotional service, cannot attain Supreme Person. कि अगर आपको भक्ति में, if you want to attain Supreme Person, you need to have the full faith on this process. On this, Prabhupada in the pulpit, he said, until you are convinced that this is the only process by which you can get out of this cycle of birth, death, old age, and disease, and can attain the ultimate love of Godhead, till then, that is not called faith. You know, that is not faith. And it is said also, even if you're lacking in your faith, but if the constant association of devotees are there, your conviction in the process, your faith in the process will increase. As my Guru Maharaj used to say, that the more you are convinced, the more you can convince others. And our conviction comes with the strong faith. And as in devotional service also, it begins with preliminary faith in certain things, isn't it? We put our faith in so many things. So if like the preliminary faith is required, with the preliminary faith, we associate with the devotees, sadhu sangha, that shraddha, sadhu sangha, and then bhajan kriya starts. So similar way, if you don't have the full faith, just associate with devotees. And that is what the point I wanted to make it out here also. If you have doubt on the devotional service, is it really works? Associate with the transcendentalists or associate with the devotees. See them, are they really rejoicing in devotional service? Are they getting something? Some pleasure, some happiness. Are they getting something? Then your faith and conviction will be increasing more. Okay, that will increase more. Like yesterday, the incident I will tell you. As yesterday I told you that we'll be having a home program, so I will not be taking the class. So we had a home program, and there were the many fewer new people also were there. And I remember there was one girl. Though she chanted, But see, it's Kalyu, it's not about her, it's for anyone, even we people also sometimes sitting in the Kirtana. But our mind, though we understand all the philosophy, we hear everything, but still our mind is not there in the Kirtana. So that is an like offense, you know. So I'm just telling in the Kali Yuga, general people don't have any affinity towards the Kirtan, towards the Krishna Gatha. But what had happened, uh, the girl, I think she was using the mobile, though she was listening, but not that paying attention. And then later on, we told little bit about what is the importance of this chanting and raising one hands in front of Lord, surrender, as it's a symbol of surrender. One should chant and dance. And then it was quite shocking that everybody got up and raised their hands up and chanted and danced together. So this is like when the old devotees were raising their hands and chanting, that what made other people also to stand and chant. So this is what the association, even the new persons, they will be enlivened when they see the devotees are doing, seeing their conviction, their faith, they also comes up and joins. It's with us also, like initially how much faith we were carrying in our process. But as it's my own realization as the day passing by, as the year passing by, the faith in the process is increasing as I will give the credit to the sadhu sangha, because the more we associate with the devotee, that is why I says we need to have the association of devotees. Because if we stay alone or don't associate with devotees, the faith will not be there, the conviction to the process will not come, and we might leave in middle also. So we should not do. The more you associate with the year in the coming years, in the coming time, but you need to have that eagerness to have the devotee sangha. Then you will get the devotee sangha and don't just take the Makhi Sangha. As I to tell many times, Makhi Sangha just take the selfies. Oh, I am with such and such devotee, feeling blessed, posting on Insta and Facebook. No, that is not going to benefit you. But try to render service, try to learn from them, try to inquire. Okay, this service, are we supposed to do that thing? As I was telling Guru Mataji about these things, they were happy that when we do certain programs and when we come together, chant and render devotion service. But she chastised me also for the point that we should be taking cautions also. One should not consider, oh, I am great, so now we can do the coming together and holding the programs. But we should maintain the like the COVID is there. We should take the proper precautions. Should have proper social distancing. So be practical also. Same way, like it's not just go sentimentalist. No, devotees are very practical. Even as I tell you, you have many material things also to carry on with the material duties, but one should need to balance proper things like according to time, place, and circumstances. But if you want to have the more conviction in the faith, then listen to this message every day. As you all people are, some are very regular with the Bhagavatam class. I really appreciate that and very thankful to them. That is, I'm sure you will grow very nicely in your bhakti as you are paying regular attendance to the Bhagavatam. You know, and as I said yesterday also, I was saying the constant hammering is required. You know, though we listen many times, but the realization doesn't come immediately. For that to come, we need to have the constant hearing. We need to have the constant sangha of devotees. Then our conviction and the faith on the process will increase. The faith on the devotional service will increase. Okay, I'll go through the purport of Srila Prabhupada. The speciality of devotional service, on to why we are hearing about devotional service, because this is the only essence. Until we render the devotional service, we will remain on Jnana platform, or you can say on the Mayavadi platforms. Mayavadi have no reciprocation. They are just the impersonal. The more we hear the importance and the glories of devotional service, the more our faith on the service will increase. As somebody might tell you, oh, dear sir or ma'am, why don't you chant? Just try chanting. It will help you. But if person just say casually, you will also take casually. If the person will tell you with so much enthusiasm and conviction, no, this Mahamantra has changed my life. I've totally transformed. It has bring me so much happiness, joy in my life. Seeing that person's enthusiasm and conviction, you will like really might have done. And even just not the one person, if many person come and tell you, it really works, man, it really works. And you like, might be working, let me also try. And this is what inspires the person. So if we just need to hear the importance of this devotion service, then we will also come to render. As I can say, if the whole month you will be hearing about devotional service, by the end, at least you will ended up doing at least one devotional service. So that will be the success. So one should actually do the full-time devotion service, but if not, so whatever one can, one should do. Okay. So he says, Lord Shri Krishna is the Swayam Rupa, personality of Godhead, and all other forms of Godhead, beginning from Shri Baladeva, Sankarshan, Vasudeva, Aniruddha, Pradyumna, and Narayana, and extending to the Purusha avatars, Guna avatar, Lila avatar, Yuga avatar. There are different avatars of Krishna, like Guna avatars are Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, and Leela avatars like Varhadev, Nrsimhadev. So like that, there are many avatars of Krishna. And Yuga avatar, like for this avatar is the holy name. Okay, and there is a Yuga Avatari Gaura Hari, like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also Yuga Avatar of Krishna, and many other thousands of manifestation of personality of Godhead are Lord Shri Krishna's plenary portions and integrated parts. So जितने भी हैं ये जो incarnations and they are all Krishna's incarnations. The living entities are separated part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, Lord Shri Krishna is the original form of Godhead and he is the last word in the transcendence. Thus, he is more attractive to the higher transcendentalists who participate in the eternal pastimes of the Lord. As I says, Advaitam Achutam Anadim Anantarupam. Krishna has many rupas. You know, he has many. But Ekala Krishna, Ekala Ishvara Krishna. But Krishna is the supreme. Original person is Krishna, though he is the Rama, he is Vishnu, he is Narayan, he is Nrsimhadev, he is Varaha Avatar. There are many incarnations of Krishna, but the original person is Krishna. And in Bhagavad Gita also it says we have to remember Supreme Person in the form of Krishna, the two-handed form. Then we can enter into Goloka. So we should try to remember Krishna's pastime. That will help us to focus. More emphasis should be on Krishna. This is the intimate pastimes of Krishna, like the Brajbhumi. Or I hope you all people having the Krishna book, and you all might be reading in the night time. And if not, so please start reading. You will get to know the more. You will relish Krishna's beautiful pastimes. The transcendental pastimes of Lord Krishna are not newly accepted, as argued by some less intelligent person. His pastimes are eternal and are manifested in due course in a day of Brahmaji. As the sun rises on the eastern horizon at the end of every 24 hours. It's not that Krishna's like, we studied some things like the Nazis came and the Mughals came. This is like history for us. Isn't it? We study these things in our history. The Aurangzeb came, Shah Jahan came. This is the history for us. And you might, all people can say, Krishna has performed some Leela. It's a history. No. As I said, Krishna is now Yovanam and his Leelas are newer and newer. अभी भी कहीं ना कहीं नरसिम्हा लीला हो रहा है, अभी भी कहीं ना कहीं ध्रुव लीला हो रहा है, अभी भी कहीं ना कहीं राम जी का लीला हो रहा है. It is going on parallelly because in the spiritual world there is no time concept. I'll tell you one more thing. In material world there is past, present and future, but in the spiritual world everything is past. There is no present and future because the spiritual world सब कुछ past में चल रहा होता है. Like अभी भी मैंने बोला अभी भी कहीं ना कहीं लीला चल रहा है. It is going on. So we cannot say अरे एक बार तो लीला हो गया अब कहाँ हो रहा होगा. No, it's still going on somewhere. The Prahlad Maharaj was there praying to Lord Vishnu. There are somewhere the demigods are on Kshirodakshai offering prayers at Ksheer Sagar. There are somewhere the Mother Earth was crying. There are somewhere the Prachetas are offering prayers. It is going on. It is eternal because Lord Krishna is eternal. He is Navayovanam. So for Krishna conscious person, every day is a new year. Every day is a new because it's Krishna's pastimes are new. Krishna is newer, and this process is eternal. It's nothing present and future in this process. So that's how. So there is nothing like history, as the foolish people says. Oh, some person was there in the history. He might have lifted the Govardhana. No, he has lifted the Govardhana, and might be now the Govardhana Leela must be going on somewhere in some part of the world. So, or maybe in some planet it is going on. There are 14 planetary systems as we study in this canto, as we go further. So that will be there. So Krishna is newer and newer, and everything is new. Okay. So we need to be rendering devotional service. We are hearing one of the devotional service, Shravanam. So hearing about Krishna's pastimes, so that we can understand how this person is, and it becomes more personal relation when doing this service. Okay. So I'll be stopping here for the time being, and as we are having few minutes, so I will try to take up some questions or some realizations. You all might be having some realizations, and there is a new day coming up. So I would like to hear from all of you. So who will be the first person to go with? Yes, who would like to begin with? Please don't wait for me to take your names. You all should come. Yes, Parth Pratim, go ahead.
कि आज मैं आपको एक क्वेश्चन पूछता हूँ।
Yes.
जैसे
आज ही क्यों? You can
कृष्ण
ask me every time.
हाँ,
Yes.
मैं ये पूछ रहा था कि आपको कृष्णा एज ए सुप्रीम बीइंग मतलब उस फॉर्म को के अलावा कौन से फॉर्म में आप उनको पसंद करते हो, और उनसे मतलब जैसे कि नरसिंह देव है, जगन्नाथ जी ऐसे ऐसे है ना, तो उस हिसाब से और क्यों फेवरेट है आपका, और उनसे और आपको क्या लगता है हमें उनसे क्या टीचिंग लेनी चाहिए?
Very difficult question. Because Krishna is all attractive, so I like every form of Krishna. Especially the Radha Damodar I am very attached to. That is like because my Guru Maharaj deities are also Radha Damodar. So I had some attraction towards that. And the Radhika Raman, who is in my altar. And I wanted to have Nrsimha Dev deity so that I can worship in future. And Jagannath ji, I really love because I have been to Jagannath Puri and Jagannath ji is very merciful. And I have attraction towards all the form, you can say. But especially I had a attraction towards Radha Damodar. I don't know why, but I feel connected to them. And because my Guru Dev's deities, they are very special. They are like small size. And they are very, I'm quite very connected to them. So that's how I was like in love with Radha Damodar. The Damodar Leela is one of my favorite, and there are many other forms also. So Krishna is all attractive, so every form of Krishna is very attractive. So like that way. And Nrsimha Dev also, I had a very quite attraction towards Nrsimha Dev. And that's because I have been to last year. I went to Jagannath Puri, and I have been to the ancient Nrsimha Dev temples there. I can never forget those deities. And they were so beautiful. And I had a plan that like this year only I had the plan that I will be going, means the past year 2020 I had a plan that I would be going to Ahobilam, where there are 9 temples of Nrsimha Dev, but somehow because of the corona I wasn't able to go. So maybe in future I would able to go. And that's how, because Krishna is the protector. So like that. And every pastime of Krishna is so cute. So the Bal Gopal Leela and all, it's so everything is so attracted towards Krishna. So Krishna is all favorite. Yes, Panchpati.
हरे कृष्ण जी। जी एक्चुअली मुझे पता था आप एक के बारे में नहीं बोलोगे, इसलिए मैंने सोचा कि नए साल में सब भगवान के बारे में एक ही बार में आपसे सुनाया जाए। तो
Because
इसलिए
Krishna
मैंने
is
ये
all
जानबूझ के
attractive, so I'm attracted to Krishna. Not that much, but a little bit. Yeah, I had a little attraction towards Radha Damodar because I feel connected to them and I feel like I can talk to them. So in my heart, obviously. So they are like special to me. Yes, and Radhika Raman, who is in my altar, because that was the picture given to me by my Guru Maharaj, and I love Radhika Raman, who is the ISKCON Punjabi Wag deities. I really love them, though all are very beautiful. Yes. Yes. Any other person would like to speak? Yes, Pranay. You want to say something? Yes. Who is the next person to speak up? Yes. Hare Krishna. As I said, don't remain quiet. Yes,
Hare Krishna,
Rasta.
Madhavi.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
Yes, yes, Madhavi. तो मतलब मैं ऐसे ये आज पे तो वाला पॉइंट था ना, तो यू नो, तो वैसे ही एक्चुअली जो कहते मुझे अमृता की क्लास थी महाराज भी यही मतलब यही पॉइंट इसमें भी डिस्कस हो रहा था। तो किसी डिवोटी ने महाराज को पूछा था कि
Rasta,
महाराज
be little loud, please, if you can.
हाँ, तो किसी डिवोटी ने ना महाराज को पूछा था
Yes,
कि
yes,
महाराज
yes.
आप तो कह रहे थे मतलब faith is so important in Krishna consciousness। तो फिर महाराज का क्वेश्चन पूछा था, एक माता जी ने पूछा था कि महाराज लाइक मेरे पास तो बिल्कुल भी फेथ नहीं है, हाउ कैन आई इंक्रीज माय फेथ इन कृष्ण कॉन्शियसनेस, मतलब वो एकदम फेथ नहीं आ पा रहा है। तो फिर वो महाराज ने बहुत सिंपल है, जैसे आपने बताया ऐसे ही है, लेकिन मतलब महाराज भी यही कह रहे थे कि फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आपको ये ध्यान रखना हो कि आप उन डिवोटी का काम करो उनका फेथ बहुत स्ट्रांग है।
Yes.
And gradually by seeing them, our faith gets stronger and
Yes.
stronger. So फिर
That's
एक और
very true,
point भी था
Mataji.
कि
When we
मतलब
say if the
साधना की
person is
करनी
very
है.
strong and a strong faith, seeing their conviction, we also get the conviction.
Yes, yes, माताजी. तो ये तो प्रैक्टिकली देखा है मैंने एक्चुअली में. उसको देखा है कि जिस तरीके से हमने डिवोटी का संग किया, जैसे सामने वाले व्यक्ति का इफ लाइक हम लोग यदि किसी को कन्विंस भी करने जाएंगे कृष्णा कॉन्शियसनेस, तो वो भी कोई अपना कन्विक्शन पूरा डिपेंड करता है कि हमारे अंदर कितना फेथ है.
Yes.
लाइक इफ यू वांट टू प्रीच, लाइक हम लोगों के पास जितना फेथ होगा, जैसे हम स्ट्रॉन्गर होंगे कि नो कृष्णा कॉन्शियसनेस इज ओनली नीड, तो वो जितना फेथ होगा, जितनी हमें वो उस हिसाब से ही हम लोगों को प्रीच भी कर पाएंगे. तो whatever we have we can give that only. तो ये चीज मुझे याद आई, तो मैंने शेयर किया.
Very nice, Mataji. It is even if you are going to tell other person that Krishna is the supreme person, you need to have first. You should be convinced that Krishna is the supreme person. Because if you're getting little doubt, is it really? Maybe Lord Shiva, maybe Ramji. But you need to have your own conviction that Krishna is the supreme. Then you can convince other person. You know, sometimes people lie. So sometimes people lie with so conviction. We say, "Oh, it might be true." So similar, we need to have the conviction that Krishna is the supreme. So the other person will get convinced. Okay. So that comes even if you don't have that conviction and faith. So associate with the devotees who have the strong faith and conviction. So like that you will also get the connection. Okay. Thank you, Asta Mataji, for sharing. Yes, who is the next person? Yes, Puja Mataji, go ahead.
हरे कृष्ण माता जी.
Hare Krishna.
माता जी मुझको ना एक वो था कि लाइक मतलब जब भी मैं बात करती हूँ ना लोगों से, तो अभी एक्चुअली यहाँ पे भागवत गीता सुनना, फिर भागवतम सुनना, तो पूरा दिन वही दिमाग में चलता रहता है. तो मैं जब सीखती हूँ वो जाके सबको बता देती हूँ आज मैंने ये किया. तो उनको होता है यार क्या बोर कर रही है, लाइक दे डोंट वांट टू टॉक एंड ऑल. तो मेरे को होता है कि अच्छा तो ये लोग ज्यादा हो जाता है, तो हाउ टू डील विद दैट. या
You have to be expert, Mataji. One of the 26, there are 26 qualities of devotees, and one of the qualities being an expert. Okay? So, like when we go and meet our friends or family members, they are not that inclined toward this process, so we cannot bring Krishna directly, but somehow we have to bring Krishna in middle, but very expertly, you know, like talking to them how you are doing. अभी जैसे कोरोना चल रहा है, फ्रस्ट्रेशन कोई ना कोई बोलेगा कि बहुत फ्रस्ट्रेशन हो रहा है, डिप्रेशन हो रहा है, then you can tell, you know what I am doing. हरी बोल. So you can tell that person, oh, तुम्हें पता है, this year I started up chanting, and that has really helped me a lot. So you can also try. So like that, somehow in middle you can bring some certain way, some talks. You know, go with the normal talks and all, and then you can just bring certain things in middle. You know, or maybe someone was talking about something. some कोई भी बात होती है तो आप कृष्ण के कोई पास टाइम तो आप रिलेट करके कुछ सुना सकते हो. सो लाइक दैट वे यू कैन. अभी जैसे कन्विक्शन की बात आ रही है कि विद इफ यू हैव मोर कन्विक्शन यू कैन कन्विंस अदर्स. तो उसी तरीके से यू कैन टेल अदर पीपल आल्सो इन मटेरियल वर्ल्ड आल्सो कि यू आर प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर योर एग्जाम्स, इंटरव्यू के लिए जा रहे हो, मगर कन्विक्शन स्ट्रांग रखना है. क्योंकि मैंने ना वो क्लास अटेंड की थी भगवद गीता की, तो वहाँ बता रहे थे कि हमारी जितनी कन्विक्शन होती है ना, हम दूसरों को वैसे कन्विंस कर सकते हैं. तो तुम अगर इंटरव्यू के लिए जाओगे कुछ ऐसा रहेगा तो यू कैन सी लाइक दैट. So in that way, you need to see how to bring the talks in that become palatable and other person can relate to. Understanding, Mataji?
जी माता.
So उस तरीके से ज़्यादा heavy नहीं कर देना किसी को. But try to tell them a little bit. Somehow try to bring the things how important this process is, कि कितना ज़रूरी है. तो वो आप बताने का प्रयास ज़रूर करो. वो कभी नहीं रुकना है. Every time try to bring Krishna in middle, but be expert कि कहाँ पे punch line मारनी है. ठीक है? तो जैसे जोक होता है ना, जोक में भी एक पंच लाइन होता है. So make sure where to make a punch line. Okay?
जी.
Yeah. Thank you,
जी
Mataji.
माता.
Anything else?
नो माता जी.
Okay. Yes, Bhavika, do you have anything?
Mataji,
Yes.
I wanted to ask that, like you said, that the spiritual world it's in the past. So, like, does the past upgrade itself?
Oh, sorry. In spiritual world, there is always present. It's nothing in past and future. I think I said wrong.
Okay.
Yeah. in spiritual world, everything is present. Nothing is past and future. Like past is like history, na? And future is yet to come. But in spiritual world, I'm really, I apologize that I mistaken with the word. It's like in spiritual world. Thank you for asking, Mataji. In my mind, it was present only, but I spoke of past. But in the spiritual world, everything is present. वहां पे कोई हिस्ट्री नहीं है, कोई फ्यूचर नहीं है. अभी जैसे ही सेड कि अभी राइट नाउ आल्सो सम लीला वाज गोइंग ऑन समवेयर, like Narasimha Leela might be going on somewhere some other Leela will going on, some will be going on, because it works in present. Nothing is past, because there is no time concept in spiritual world. Everything works in present there. Okay. Yes, Bhavika. Is this the only question?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is present. I'm sorry. Yeah, I just in my mind I was saying present, but I think in my tongue I spoke of past. So that was my mistake. Thank you for correcting. Yes, Sonika Mataji, आपको कुछ बोलना है? Hare Krishna. Okay. Okay, then we'll be stopping here if you all didn't had anything. Thank you so much for participating and sharing your realization and inquiring. It is very nice, because until we have the discussion, we have the talk, that doesn't make any sense. Like Bhavika, if she didn't have asked me is past or present, you all people might have gone with the past only, so there might have been a problem, because it sometimes happen in mind, you're saying something and it just comes out. It happens sometimes, but it's good if you're paying. That shows how much attention you're paying to the classes. You're listening carefully, so that it's good that one need to have that discussion. So all the time do have something, dadati pratigranati. If I give something, spoke something, then you all people should also enliven me with your realization and certain things. Okay, so that will be there. So have a nice Krishna conscious year and day ahead. So please do certain additions in your daily sadhana, in your devotional service. Now try to go more deeper. As the year pass, as the time pass, we are getting lesser with the time. So try to understand the time we are having in our hand, because it says that all the money cannot buy back the soul. Or Chanakya Pandit says, how many Lakshmi you spend, but you cannot buy a single moment back. So there is like importance of in a single moment. So try to utilize every moment fully, completely, with full consciousness. Be conscious of Krishna all the time. You will be Krishna conscious automatically. Okay. So try to be more Krishna conscious. Wishing you all the best for your devotional life. And that's all. Okay, then let's chant 3 times Hare Krishna. We'll see you all in the evening. I do have some program today also, but I will be back early, so I would able to take the class hopefully. So we'll take the Bhagavad Gita class in the evening. Okay, if there will be no class, so I will notify in the group. But if there is no, but I would able to take the class, because the program will be in the daytime, I think. So in the night I would able to take the class. So okay, then let's chant 3 times Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. You all can chant together. Don't be lazy, please. Please unmute and chant together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare.
Rama
Hare.
Tantra Shriman Bhagavatam ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
Jai
All the somebody devotees.
Jai.
Thank you so much. And in the evening class, I want to hear your resolution also for this year. Okay, so please be ready with the resolutions. Okay, thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, everyone.